Back in the classroom, thousands of LAUSD students have returned to school, while the district is encouraging kids to come even if they're a little sick. And a very close brush with a bear. We hear from a woman who came face to face with a dangerous animal. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. More than 500,000 students in the LA Unified School District are now back in school. And this will be the first full school year since the pandemic emergency officially ended. In an effort to boost attendance, the LAUSD is now asking parents to send their kids to school even if they're a little sick with minor cough or sniffles. But if kiddos have a fever, they must stay home. Although public health officials warn there could be an uptick in COVID infections at the beginning of the school year, Superintendent Alberto Cavallo hinted the COVID-19 vaccine requirements for district employees could be eased. Parents across the country will spend hundreds of dollars this month as students return to class. But despite rising costs, LA area parents are planning to spend more than families in any other part of the U.S. According to researchers at Deloitte, LA parents are planning to spend more than $750 on average per child. That's almost 30% higher than the national average. While inflation is forcing others to cut back on non-essentials like clothing and accessories, more than half of LA parents are willing to splurge. The research also finds more LA parents prefer environmentally friendly products, even though they tend to be a little more costly.
The impact that products have on the environment and companies' reputations in that area. We see more than half of LA parents choose sustainable back-to-school products whenever possible, and that's over 35% nationally.
Nearly 3 out of 4 LA parents also say back-to-school spending will include tech items like smartphones and tablets. As kids are heading back to school this week, let's check in with meteorologist Stephanie Olmo to see if we can expect any changes in the forecast.
Hello, everyone. As we check out the weather pattern as we continue now into this new week, well, this is what we have going on. We have a cutoff low pressure system nearby, sort of meandering right near the coast. High pressure system well off to our east. Now, as we continue the next couple of days, we can see that high pressure system shifting its way closer to us. And we're talking about a big warm up as we head into the next couple of days or so. Now, later on in the week, we have the return of the onshore flow, and that will cool us off a little bit. So as we check out the temperature change map here, this is the 6 to 10 day outlook. You clearly find over the southwest, we will experience below normal temperatures, and this is including parts of Southern California. Here's a look at the temperature trend. This is for Moreno Valley. Temperatures warming up to the upper 90s, even triple digits, especially as we head into Tuesday through Thursday, and then starts to come down a little bit as we head into Friday. But for sure, as we head into the weekend, we will feel a lot cooler by then. Back to you.
More heartbreak in Hawaii. The death toll continues to go up. At least 96 people are now confirmed dead. It's already the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history, and officials are sure that they will find even more victims in the coming days. Hundreds are missing. Less than 10% of the burned areas have been searched. It's a massive area that's still hazardous, full of toxic fumes and buildings at risk of collapse. The governor estimates the damage at around $6 billion. Thousands of people lost their homes. Outrage is growing, with people demanding answers about why sirens weren't activated during the fire.
Where are you guys to try and get us out, evacuate us? We're mad. We're mad. We didn't just lose our homes. We lost our town, lost history, Our kids are traumatized. You guys messed up real bad.
Hawaii's governor has said that with the powerful hurricane winds, he doubts much could have been done with the fast-moving fires. There's still no word on how the fires started. 3 urban search and rescue K-9 teams with the LA County Fire Department are on their way to Maui. We caught up with them in LAX before their 2-week deployment.
They're very good at what they do. They've been trained since puppies to find just one target odor.
There's families out there that need closure to make sure that they know where their family members are at that are still missing.
The K-9s will sift through what is left of homes, schools, and other buildings destroyed by the fires.
By now, all of you around the world have seen the complete destruction and devastation that has hit our Hawaiian islands, our island of Maui. And I'm completely heartbroken over this, and I know all of you are too.
That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson expressing his heartfelt support for the victims of the Maui wildfires. He spent part of his childhood in Hawaii. He posted that message on Instagram. He also urged his followers to help and posted a link where donations can be sent. And Hawaii native Jason Momoa also shared ways people can help. In an Instagram post, the Aquaman actor also asked people to cancel their trips to Maui. He said Maui is not the place to have your vacation right now, adding that the island is deeply suffering. The devastating wildfire situation in Maui is a somber reminder of how we must all be prepared to evacuate immediately if a disaster happens. Part of that is having your emergency supply kit ready to go. But when is the last time you actually checked yours, and do you even have one? The I-Team's Lolita Lopez checked her own kit to show you what you need.
Hey there, so this is where I keep my go bag or emergency supply kit in case I need to evacuate during a wildfire or other disaster. It is a closet that I can quickly access. The Los Angeles Fire Department says make sure your go bag is easily accessible and plan to be away from your home for an extended period of time. In all honesty, I haven't checked these bags in a long time, so let's see. The fire department says make sure you have a change of clothes, socks, sweatshirt, tennis shoes, all good there. Sanitary supplies, I have that as well. They also suggest to have extra prescription medication or eyeglasses or contacts if you use those, and I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to update that for sure. The fire department also says add a first aid kit, flashlight, and battery-powered radio plus extra batteries. They say to have a 3-day supply of non-perishable foods and 3 gallons of water per person in the household. Now, I have water in this bag, but certainly not 3 gallons, so I'm gonna have to update that and add some food. Oh, and don't forget the pet food and water. I have that in the bag, but definitely need to freshen that up. If you have time, take valuables with you. Laptops, hard drive, chargers for cell phones and other items. And so you know there's a method to my thought process. I keep those things in the same closet as my go bag. Now, as for important documents like passport, birth certificates, and the like, I keep those on a protected site here in my phone, but the suggestion is to also have paper copies in your kit. And I'm not sure about you, but during an emergency, I may be hectic or forgetful, so I'm gonna tape the fire department's checklist right here on the inside of my closet door to make sure that I get it all. For the I-Team, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.
All great tips. Former President Donald Trump could face an unprecedented 4th indictment. An Atlanta prosecutor is expected to present her case to the grand jury this week. She's been investigating pressure put on officials after the election, and she reportedly has bombshell evidence. CNN reports the prosecutor has messages connecting Trump's legal team to a voting system breach in Georgia. Mr. Trump maintains his innocence. He's the front runner for the GOP presidential nomination. You may have seen this video from the weekend, a brazen smash and grab robbery at a Nordstrom store in Canoga Park. Police are now trying to track down some 50 people behind this. The LAPD says the group swarmed the handbag department Saturday afternoon and made away with $100,000 in high-end merchandise. The thieves used bear spray to disarm security, and it appears they took off in getaway cars that were parked and ready to go outside the mall. The LAPD believes criminal organizations are behind a lot of the robberies like this.
Some of it involves gang members, some of it involves people that are what you would identify as professional retail thieves. They'll conduct their smash and grab, and typically within hours they'll collect all of the stuff they've stolen, and they'll turn it over.
Authorities say the thieves are quick to sell the stolen goods online or in person. Pau Gasol, the Lakers great who helped bring the team back-to-back championships in 2009 and 2010, is now in the Hall of Fame. He was one of 5 players enshrined over the weekend into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The Spanish big man had his number retired by the Lakers earlier this year. In addition to being a 2-time NBA champion, he's also a 6-time All-Star and led Spain to 3 Olympic medals. Congratulations. The El Segundo All-Stars are headed to the Little League World Series. Yeah, check this out. This is video from a watch party Friday night when they beat San Ramon 3-1 to advance. This is only the 2nd team from LA County to make it this far since 1995. The group of All-Stars now heads to Pennsylvania with their first Little League World Series game on Thursday. We're cheering you on and wishing you a lot of luck. All right, if you're planning a trip to Disneyland this month or maybe next month, you're not alone. The park says you should get ready for some big crowds. Everybody's going to Disneyland. After a relatively light summer season, Disneyland says they expect things to pick up starting now. The reasons: weekday ticket prices start to come down in the fall and summer blackout dates start to end, meaning more annual pass holders will be returning to the park. A new mom on the East Coast learned planning the date to welcome her baby was not going to be her choice. Angela Mercer drove from New York to Boston with her mom and sister-in-law to see Pink in concert at Fenway Park. She was less than 8 months pregnant and not expecting to deliver. But when the three ladies arrived at Fenway, Angela started to have contractions. She knew she had to rush to the hospital. With all that traffic surrounding Fenway, they chose to walk to the nearest hospital just a mile away. And then hours later, a healthy, beautiful baby boy was born, and on his grandma's birthday. How special is that? Little Ace and Heart is now Pink's newest and youngest fan. Very, very cute. A Florida woman was in for a surprise when she opened her door and was met by this. Oh my, it's like the bears playing peekaboo. Gina Helsel says that she thought there were stray cats maybe on her porch, but when she opened the door, she came face to face with a bear. Well, thankfully, she and her dog were not hurt.
The bear was getting in the neighbor's trash, and I caught it in the act.
Gina says she's always looking for gators, snakes, and coyotes, but she never really thought about looking out for bears until now. Well, surprise, surprise. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.